Ladies, can we talk? I don't know how many of you may have remembered Joan Rivers. She was that comedian from the 80s and the 90s. And she used to say, can we talk? And that's how she started her jokes. But this is no joking matter. What I have to say is serious for people who I am talking to. And I say ladies because, like I said in previous videos, 91% of my viewers are women and 75% are women over the age of 55 and up. So this is why I say ladies. Anyway, the topic at hand, I have something to discuss with you all, and this may be of some use to everybody who I'm talking. I'm going to have this conversation like I'm sitting down in a room with some of my friends and we're discussing this matter. I am talking specifically to my target audience, women 55 and up. So this discussion I'm having between us ladies. Okay. So yesterday, I've been feeling this way for a long period of time about what's going on with my channel and some channels similar to mine. So something got me to go and ask question on ChatGPT. So for you, those of you who may not know what ChatGPT is an AI program that will answer questions for you or find solutions for you. So you can create an account on ChatGPT, and you can have a free account or a paid account. So I guess the paid accounts allow you more access to more information, but the free account is sufficient for me. So I bought my laptop so I can read some of the things. And what I discovered from ChatGPT kind of just blew my mind. And it was a little disappointing, but hey, it is what it is. And so, anyway, this was my question to ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT, I want to know why it is harder for women of color over the age of 50 to have successful YouTube channels. And so ChatGPT will respond to you like you're personally talking to another person. So ChatGPT says, that's a deep and important question. And there are several factors at play when it comes to why women of color over 50 face more challenges in growing successful YouTube channels. Here are some key reasons. So now I'm going to give you 8 reasons that ChatGPT gave me as to why some women of color over the age of 50 can't get their channels shown or even seen a lot. This was mind blowing to me. So, the women in my community, in my who follow my channel, some are like dear peeps. Um, I thought I was going to write down some of those channels, but I'm going to mention it. I'm going to put your name in the description box. I'm talking to these ladies who we discuss things back and forth. We watch each other's videos, we kind of lift each other up, but we've noticed the same thing too. And so, anyway, these answers, I'm having a roundtable discussion with these ladies to show you why this is the way it is. So, number one, lack of representation in the algorithm. What it's saying is YouTube's algorithm tends to favor content that already performs well within its existing audience base. Since the majority of viral creators are younger and not necessarily women of color, it can be harder for older Black women to get visibility. If the platform isn't pushing your content to the right people, it slows down growth. So if it's not pushing it out to the right people, it our videos don't get seen. And that's one of the reasons. And the platform favors younger people more so than people our age. And that's understandable because that's how American society is. And it's unfortunate that in our society, youth and beauty is put on a platform more so than age and wisdom. In some Asian countries, the elders are respected and admired and put on a pedestal because they've lived longer in life, they have more experience, and they look to them as a treasure that they can have to refer to. American society doesn't do that. It's more materialistic. It favors beauty and age over wisdom. And so a lot of us are here on this platform to give some of our wisdom, but it's not even valued. So, go figure. So anyway, that was the number one reason, lack of representation in the algorithm. So the algorithm just kind of ignored the little bit of us that's there. So number two, ageism and bias in social media spaces. So number one, ageism means that you're too old. They don't favor older people. And bias basically means racism. So you're older and you're a person of color and you're discarded as if you don't even matter. And in our society, a lot, we've been not appreciated or um, admired as much. People of color, particularly Black people and Black women, we since we were brought here hundreds of years ago, there's always been this perception and there's always been a devaluing, and that has manifested throughout the years. Nothing really changed, and so those beliefs are ingrained in people's psyche about us, and so we're less favored. We're considered more as other, and in and this is how it is in American culture, American society. But American society is made up of human beings. So this label, this perception was created by human beings. And guess what? It was created by human beings, but guess who I was created by? I was created by God, and so were you. So it doesn't matter what human beings think of me or us. We have to think more of ourselves. People have written our narratives for so long and go by a perceived notion of who we are and what we are and how much we can contribute. But you have to control your own narrative. Don't let somebody write your narrative of who you are and who they think you are, but you have to write your own narrative. And we saw evidence of that during the past election period, where this narrative was created by one of the smartest women in this world, um, Kamala Harris. It was said over and over and over by the Republican Party, the nominee that was running, that she was dumb, that she didn't have a clue, that she doesn't have any sense. Once a story is told over and over and over and over, people tend to buy into and to believe it. But the opposite was true. This is one of the smartest people that ever ran for president. And it was just actually the opposite of what they said, and that true was about them. But the narrative was created. People went with it like it was true, and the country is missing out right now. But anyway, I digress. I'm not here to talk about the presidency. I'm just giving you an example of how that works and how this society tends to devalue women of color. Women, you have to put a value on yourself because human beings don't get to create your narrative or who you are. That was given to you at birth by God. So God controls this. God created only one race, and that was the human race. Even the concept of color, black, white, that's a human construct. God didn't label us black and white. We all have different hues. That was a creation by human beings. Human beings run this physical world God created all of us, and He didn't create us for us to be divided and spew hatred towards one another. So you don't have to conform to what people believe about you. Create your own narrative, tell your own story. You know you are here to contribute something to this platform. So do what you need to do in order to do that. But anyway, let me get back to number two, ageism and bias in social media spaces. That was number two. It says the digital world is heavily youth focused, and unfortunately, older women, especially Black women, often face stereotypes that works against them. There is a perception that younger creators are more relatable or marketable, making it harder for older women to get the same engagement or sponsorship opportunities. I just touched on that the younger people are more desired, but the older people have more wisdom and experience that they can even impart to younger people to help them navigate through this life. When we see younger people making mistakes out there, you want to tell them, oh, don't do that. That's going to cause you this, that, and the other. Maybe you want to consider doing things. They say, but young people these days don't value the wisdom of older people. So I don't know what to do with that. So uh anyway, this is what number two was. This is number three. Limited access to large networks. Many successful YouTubers grow their channels through collaborations, shout outs, and networking. Women over 50, especially women of color, may not have access to these same networks, making it harder to tap into larger audience quickly. So the networking part and the collaboration, it's hard for somebody to want to collaborate with you when you have such a small channel. There's no benefit in it for them. So I don't know what to do with that. That was number three. Number four, different content interests. The content that performs well on YouTube is often entertainment driven, trendy, or highly produced. Many older women create content around life lessons, wisdom, and personal growth, which might not appeal to the fast-paced nature of younger audiences who dominate YouTube. And that's what my channel is about, life lessons and wisdoms. But there is a trend going around YouTube telling people to, if you're over the age of 50 or 40, whatever, we need you on YouTube. We need your wisdom. We need your encouragement. We need your information. But this is saying just the opposite. I noticed on my channel with life lessons and wisdom, I went around to search other YouTubers to see what they were creating and how well they were doing. Now, there are a lot of us out here, a lot of women of color, a lot of white women, and I noticed that mainly the Black women, their channels got low views. Like I get views like 40 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something. And I go to these other channels and they're thousands of views and thousands of views. And I'm like, what's going on? This is what made me go to Chat GPT to ask the question, and I know that channels like Dear Peeps and I think it's Tabitha. I can't, I'm gonna put the name in the thing, that experience this too. And it's frustrating, but that's why I'm addressing it today, to make it a put it on the table, and for us to maybe brainstorm and see what we can do about it. But anyway, um I think that was, yeah, number four. Number five, less tech and marketing experience. Younger content creators have grown up with digital marketing and social media, making it easier for them to understand YouTube analytics, SEO, video editing, and promotional strategies. Older women may need to spend extra time learning these skills, which can slow progress. Now, I understand that to be true about some people, but your girl here, that ain't no problem with me because I'm familiar with all of this. I've been doing my homework for years on all of this, and I'm almost an expert on this. I know how to market. I know I study YouTube analytics. I know SEO. I know video editing. I edit all my videos. I know promotional strategies. I know all about the thumbnails, the description, changing some information in the setting. I know a lot of strategies to help promote, which is why it's so baffling to me because I've done a lot from the suggestions from vidIQ, from TubeBuddy. I go around finding information so I can apply those to my channel and still get the same results. This is, it's so frustrating. But anyway, so some of you ladies may have that problem, and I encourage you to do your homework. And I've even sent some of you to TubeBuddy to watch the videos because he's given really, really, really good information that'll help you. But if your content is not being pushed out by the algorithms, I don't know what good it does you. But anyway, that was number 5, less tech and marketing experience. That applies to some of us, but not all of us. So don't get it twisted, YouTube. Anyway, number 6, racism and misogyny in online spaces. Bingo. And it says, this is Chat GPT talking to me. It says, let's be real. YouTube, like all social platforms, has issues with discrimination. Black women, especially older ones, often face more online hate, criticism, or lack of support compared to their white and younger counterparts. This can discourage consistency and engagement. Now, that's what we have been feeling. That's what we have been going through. And this is why I said you have to create your own narrative. Just because somebody doesn't value you doesn't mean you're not valuable. That belief comes from their mindset, that human being. And God didn't create you. God created every single one of us, and He didn't create anybody more superior than anybody else. That is a human belief. That's not a God thing. So, what you have to think of yourself is that you're just as valuable, and do everything that you can in your power to put your information out there, regardless of what somebody thinks of you and how they value you. That's their problem. That's not your problem. Anyway, so we know that racism exists. We know that misogyny is out there. Like men don't value some men, because I don't believe that about all men. Some men don't value women as much. And then when you're a woman of color, you get even less respect. So anyway, that was number 6. And ChatGPT said, let's be real. Let me tell you guys, when I was reading these things, I felt like I was talking to a person because the conversation going back and forth between me and ChatGPT. GPT said, let me know what you think about this. And started giving me encouraging advice. And I was like, wait a minute, is there a person behind this? Because this don't feel like no computer AI. This sounds like somebody human. But anyway, I digress. So number 7, monetization challenges. Many brands look for younger influencers when choosing who to sponsor. Even when older women have an engaged audience, this can make it harder to turn YouTube into a strong source of income, which means it's going to be harder for us to be monetized because some of the sponsors might not want to choose us because we're older. Again, we got to dismiss all of these things that's discouraging to us and turn that around. So they might not choose us, but after a while, anyway. Number 8, that was number 7. Number 8, audience habits. Older audiences don't always engage with YouTube the same way younger ones do. Younger viewers are more likely to subscribe, comment, and share videos, while older audiences might watch but not interact as much, making it harder to grow engagement metrics because they'll watch it like a television show and then after it's over, ooh, they scroll on to the next. They don't engage, they don't subscribe, they don't comment sometimes. But we just have to encourage when we make our videos, encourage those viewers to do that and they may get in the habit of doing so. So, ChatGPT said, so what's the solution? Despite these challenges, success is possible. The key is niching down. Pick a area that you're a subject, like a topic. Like I said, mine was life lessons and wisdom. Once you pick your niche, then that YouTube should push your content to that specific audience, which it doesn't for us. But anyway, optimizing videos for search, engaging with the right audience, and being consistent. This is what ChatGPT is saying. Authenticity, to me, this is why I thought it was human. Authenticity is your superpower. There's a huge audience out there looking for real, relatable voices like yours. And I was like, wow, ChatGPT said that to me. Go on, girl, you encouraging me. I'm going to call it Charlie GPT or Charlene GPT. Anyway, and then it says to me, what do you think? Have you noticed any of these challenges firsthand? And I was like, hell yeah, I noticed all of these. That's why I brought it to you. And then I said back to ChatGPT, yes, I have noticed some of these challenges firsthand, but I have also noticed that age is not the biggest issue. Skin color is. I have done my own research on this matter and have found that there are numerous YouTube channels with white women over 50 that are receiving thousands of views with the same topics as black women over 50, and they are only receiving tens of views. This is very frustrating to me, but I don't want to give up. I would like to have a comprehensive strategy that will help me grow my channel, and also would like a way to address this topic by discussing it on my channel. And here we are today discussing it on my channel because ChatGPT gave me some strategies to do and to implement and to grow my channel. But whatever happens, ladies, we cannot give up. We know that this is the case. We know that there is, no value, not a lot of value for us, but we value ourselves and we have to lift each other up. We navigate through this life using our five external senses, our five physical senses, our seeing, our hearing, our smelling, tasting, and touching. But we have six higher faculties of the brain. Let me see if I can remember them all. We have the imagination, the memory, the perception, the will, the reason, and I knew I was going to forget one of them. But my strongest two higher faculties of my brain is my imagination, being a creative person, an artist, and my intuition. My intuition knew that this was a possibility that was out there that was preventing women of color, particularly older women of color, from thriving on YouTube. And that's why I went searching for answers. But I trust my intuition, and it's always said that women are the most intuitive beings. We trust, I go by my intuition because I know it's accurate 95% of the time. So I trust my intuition, and I knew that this was possibly the case. And in my imagination, I'm a creative person by nature. I came on YouTube to share my life skills, my life wisdom, my talents, because to grow my channel, to create, some income from not only my channel, but from my website, two websites. I take sayings from the wisdom that I've gained and put those slogans on shirts on my website, which is swctees.com. And I sell them to anybody who might buy into the philosophy and like that slogan, like, if you slow down, you go down. These are helpful expressions that you can implement in your life and wear it on a t shirt. I do that as a result of the wisdom that I've gained and the knowledge that I've gained as I continue to evolve. So that's my t shirt website. Then I have an art website because I'm an artist. I've been drawing since the age of 6. I am 62 years old. And I have another channel, YouTube channel, that I haven't. Okay, I thought my camera stopped recording, but it didn't. Anyway, what I was saying is I have another YouTube channel that I haven't recorded anything in over 2 years because it's my art channel. And I just started this one back up in September of last year. And so when I got this going, I was going to get back on that channel because that's what I do naturally. I've been drawing since I was 6 years old. And that channel, my YouTube channel, is called Sonya Walker Creations, just like my website, Sonya Walker Creations. So we have things that we contribute and can give to our community, to people who watch our videos. We want to share some of our knowledge and our information with people who will receive it. And um, I want to show you some of how one of pieces of my artwork. This is what I paint. This is one of my paintings. This is an oil painting. This is an oil painting of a heron. I don't know if you can see the details that well. Let me go behind and see if I can see. Woo. That wasn't a good look for me to drop my oil painting. Anyway, this is one of my images that I painted a couple of years ago. But like I said, we have so much to give, so much talent, so much information that we want to share on our platforms. But what we have to do as YouTubers, older women of color, we have to be consistent. We have to not be discouraged by what society thinks of us, the perception of us. We have to go by our own knowledge of us and go by the fact that we were created by God. We have the same value as anybody else. We have a lot to give, and your vibe will attract your tribe. So don't stop, ladies. Keep going. Keep producing your content. Keep putting it out there. Keep trying to implement some of the strategies that they have on this platform, and it will happen. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let ignorance, perceptions, misinformation be discouraging for me. I'm going to continue to do what I am doing and put my energy into the world. So, what do we do from here? I want you ladies to put your comments, give me some feedback on what you think about this, what ChatGPT has said about our situation, and tell us some of the experiences that you've been having on your platform. Share it with the world so they can know why this is happening with us. So, anyway, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you found this information helpful, please consider subscribing and also give me a like, share it with some other people who can use it, and continue on doing what you're doing. I will see you in the next video, but don't forget to leave your feedback on this video. We need to support each other, help lift each other up, and continue to grow your channel. All right. Have a nice day and let's support each other.